Hello, everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about some facts and some truth. And it's very relevant with what we're living in today. And we need to know where it's coming from. So I want to start with the smallest country of the world. That is the Vatican. The Vatican, it is its own country. It's its own police. It has its own rules because it's its own little country. The Vatican has so much power that have had so much power that they've literally have ruled the world along with the kingdom. So the way it works, it's the kingdom, the royals are the army, and the Vatican is the ones that supposedly really get the messages from God, which is completely untrue, because we can all receive the message from God. There's no one better than anyone else. We are all equal, but that's just the way it is. So the Vatican itself, it's its own country. So it can literally do anything it wants. So until 2017, if a priest, which was part of the Vatican, right? If a priest, because any priest, anybody that becomes part of the church belongs to the Vatican. So, for example, if any priest would commit a crime, it doesn't matter where they would be in the world, they would be able to come and extradite that person. And that person wouldn't have to face any court system. They have to face their own court system. So again, I'm here just to spread some truth so you can understand the power that the Vatican has had. Now, the Vatican itself is the church of the Catholic people. Now, remember, Catholic is a religion, and religion is of man. Religion is a fake. There's about 70% that's truth, and the other 30% is ego. They try to control the mass by their thoughts, okay? Because that same message we all can receive straight from God. We don't need to hear it from the Pope. So I'll tell you how the Vatican got started. After they crucified Jesus, now you got to remember, Jesus represents love. He is the Son of God in a human form. So he came to show us what love was, and equality. He walked along a life with Marie Magdalene, the last days of his life with Marie Magdalene, which was his wife. And that's been taken away and not put in our normal Bible that most people pick up, the normal Bible, which was written, or not written, but was put together by King James. So King James got different scripts and different testimony of Christ, and then put it in the New Testament. And that's the one that most people pick up. But there's a lot of them that are missing, like, of course, the Gospel of Marie Magdalene, because Marie Magdalene was right there next to Jesus at all times. So she knew everything he knew. And he represented love and how equality should look like. He walked into the temple and remember, he was Jewish. So he came into the Jewish temple and said, hey, you guys are doing this all wrong, because you guys are doing everything by the book, because Jewish people were like, doing everything by the book, what God had told them, like even eating food kosher. Kosher meaning like, oh, I'll put all the cheese on these plates, I'll put all the meat on these plates, like having everything separate. And so they would follow everything by the line, but in all reality, they were horrible, because they were treating everybody else that wasn't of their kind or in their statue horribly. So when Jesus went to the temple, he said, you guys have your plates so clean and everything's immaculate, but how is your soul? Because there was people that were literally dying because they were starving, and they wouldn't help them. Or women, they wouldn't help them because they were unclean. They weren't accepted to be in the temple. So again, they were thinking that they were better than other people. And that's been the problem. The problem's been that when people have a little bit of knowledge, they either try to control with that knowledge, or they've had to hide for centuries, because they would kill you because you had too much knowledge. So that's been going on forever. So the Vatican started, or the church started, was after Jesus got crucified, because he got crucified for disrupting the church. So the Romans ended up killing him with the order of the Jewish people. So he gets up on the cross, and they, we know the story. They crucify him, they kill him. And the majority of the people that were truly followers of Jesus, they took off. They ran and they left because they knew what was coming next. And that was including Marie Magdalene. Now, Peter was one of the disciples of Jesus, and he was very jealous of Marie Magdalene. He was very, very jealous of Marie Magdalene. He would always say, Jesus spent so much time with her and even kisses her on the lips. And he even told Jesus, she is not of this life. She is not for this life, that Marie Magdalene wasn't for that life. And he said, as long, and let me read it to you. He said, Simon Peter said to him, let Mary leave us, for women are not fit for the life. Jesus answered, see, I have been guided her so as to make her into a human. She too will become a living breath. Like you, any woman who becomes a human will enter the kingdom of God. And when he means human, he means to be righteous, you know? So a woman has the same right as the man. So I'm getting to that Peter, after that Jesus was crucified, he stayed in Rome. He became the very first pope. And he hated Marie Magdalene. All the true followers of Christ actually went in hiding. All of them. Every single one of them, including my bloodline. And the truth is that these people that have been ruling the world, it's been just evil choices, evil entities that have been ruling the world. Because now we know the truth and we're going to be revealed so much. But right now we're seeing it. We're seeing that the satellite that was changing supposedly the votes came from Rome, from the Vatican. I already knew that. All evil comes from there because they're trying to literally rule the entire world. Now, I'll give you something. I know we have a lot of Catholics that are like, Nora, what the hell are you talking about? The Pope is holy. I was raised Catholic because we were forced to be Catholic. We were the Jesucitos. We were the followers of Christ. We weren't able to read the Bible. If we read the Bible, we would be killed because only chosen people were able to read the Bible. So guess what? We hid in the kingdom as the healers of the kingdom. We hid in the Vatican as supposedly part of the church so we can have access to the Bible, to the scriptures. We were literally hiding through all of that because they would kill us if we knew anything. So what I'm trying to tell you is that in every group of people, there's good and bad. There's people that are they're saying, well, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pretend I'm this so I can have the upper hand and I can know some information, because that's what we're seeing today. We're seeing a lot of people, they're called traitors. They're all over. Well, guess what? There's good people making evil choices in every group of people. And it says in the Bible, and it says in, whatever text you read, but I'll say it with the Christians, in the Bible, there is going to be a separation between two. It's easier to control two parties than to control a bunch of free spirits and free minds, right? So they put you in these bubbles, which is a puppeteer happening. They're all playing a role and we're all falling for it. And we're all saying, oh, well, you're this and you're that and you're this and you're that. When in reality, there is that little group up there, the ones that created the pyramids, the ones on top, that are holding all the puppet strings for both sides. For both sides. And I'm going to tell you something else about the Vatican. The Vatican and the kingdom have all the gold, because the gold was said to come not from earth, but from the angels, from the heavens. So they feel they could be closer to the heavens if they have all that gold. So at the Vatican, they have all these entities made out of gold. They're all these gods that they try to glorify and sanctify, and they literally pray to them. They have them there. They have them in the Vatican. There's so much gold of literally demons, entities, and they have them there. I've been there. I've seen them. I was there in 2017. God has put me in places to testify, but not only put me places to testify, but my blood tells a story. It tells his story, history. We're in a time of knowledge. We're in a time where everybody's going to know the truth. And when everybody knows the truth, we're all going to be in the same playing field. And we're going to understand that we're all the children of God. All of us. I may carry the blood of Christ today. I carry the legacy of the house of David. But my children no longer have it. From my line, I am the last one with that Jewish blood. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing, because there is no, because the Messiah is going to come there, because the message is going to come from the Jewish, we're better. No. Or we're prosecuted because it's coming from there. It's done. We're all equal. We're all the same. And the truth shall set us free. Us, the people, have the power. Right now, everything's at the tip of our hands. Don't be blinded by hate. Don't be blinded by the news. Don't be blinded by all these acts that they're doing. Because that's what they're doing. They're playing these acts for us. And it's time to rise. It's time to rise from the truth. With the truth. With the truth, we're going to see the light. With the truth, we're going to know that we're all the same. And not one person's better than everybody else. No. And that's what's been happening. There's always been a crown, and it's been one family, and it's been the Pope. They have the same connection that we have. And guess what? When you do good, when you live righteously, all your gifts are revealed, everything. But until you do that, that's why these people that have been ruling the world, their main thing is that they wanted to hear the voice of God. They wanted to get that connection, and they never got it because they weren't living righteously. And because they weren't living righteously, they said, well, screw it. Just go to the other side. We could definitely get some instant gratification here. And that's what's been going on. That's what's been going on with humanity. So today I tell you to start leading with your heart, because now everything is coming together. You know, the Christians say through Christ is the only way. Well, Christ represents love. Love is the only way. Any which way you understand what love is the way. And I'll make you another reference when it comes to our chakras, right? Most people live from your belly down, okay? And most people live from that belly down because our belly is our life source. So I'll start from the top, right? Our top is our crown, which is we know who we are. We know the I am. We are the children of God. The third eye is our intuition. Our intuition is our knowing, our intuition. When that's calcified, when that's attacked, how it's been for centuries, then we have no straight connection. Then we have our throat chakra, which is we create with our words, and we've forgotten. Like abracadabra. Abracadabra means with our words we create. And we've forgotten that our speech, our words, we create. We are creators, right? So we've been unaware of that. Then we have our heart chakra, okay? Which is all love and our straight connection again with God. But most people live from the belly down, which the belly, the actual belly button which is our life source, right? Because that's where we were connected to mom. And that's all our ancestors, all the stuff that's pushing us today to live this life. All these generations are pushing us, but not only are they pushing us, they're also bringing us down, because there's a lot of karma that comes with that. So most people live from the belly down. And what comes from the belly down, it's more of the animal instinct. You have your lower chakras, your sacral chakras, which is, you know, our animalistic, which is our, you know, our yearning for pleasure, right? And God allowed us to live from the belly down so we can procreate and could multiply. So now, this is what this great consciousness, the great awakening is that we're actually rising, not in a physical form, all of us, but it's a spiritual form. So we're rising from the belly up. We're rising to live in our heart, because when we live through our heart, we always know the answer, but we need to have a clean slate all across. We have a line that beams throughout, and that's why there's a balance. And so that's what's happening right now. We are putting up everything into the surface. We're like throwing it all up so we can truly get rid of all the negativity and remember the truth. And then we can live in the crown, in the fifth dimension, right? We can live righteously. We have enough data, we have enough history behind us that we know everything that could happen. If you do this, this is what's going to happen. If you kill, this is what's going to happen, because God is righteous. Eye for an eye. If you kill someone, because the first thing started, el primer pecado, the first sin happened when Cain killed his brother, right? And so it was eye for an eye, because God is righteous. It's karma. God gave us will, but with everything, there's a consequence and there's an action. So we've been going on this roller coaster back and forth, back and forth. You do this, I do this. You do this, I do this. Well, it's now time to stop everything. Everybody at the same time, let's start focusing on love. Not what I say, but what your heart tells you. And the only way you can get to that is if you really declutter your body, literally. You need to detox your body. You need to start fasting. You need to start eating for purpose so you could be functional, so your brain can think correctly, so your third eye can be not calcified, so you can connect everything. If you have all this excess going on and all this illness going on, you're going to be so concentrated on that physical pain that you're going to forget your purpose. And we have the power. We have the power by taking care of our body as it should be, as the temple that God lives within. And that's the church God was talking about. That is the church that Jesus was talking about. It's not an actual church, it's all of us. The church will rise and marry God. That's the big wedding we're talking about. The bride is the angel telling the message. And she says, when they ask her, who she is, she said, I'm just the messenger. Because the message is what matters, not the messenger. The message is what matters. So on that note, I'm sending you guys a lot of love. And remember, we can hold so much. If you live in love and light, we can hold enough energy for 5,000 people that are in the darkness. So what can you do at home is start living with love. And again, I already told you, start with yourself, the people you love, and we're gonna make it. I'm telling you, we are closing a huge chapter, but we need to get all that negativity out, and the truth will set us all free. Sending you guys a lot of love and a lot of blessings. Bye-bye.